My whole work is about movement, architecture, calligraphy in a room, three-dimensional writing in a way. And I think one step follow the next step. So if you see all the works I have done in my life in a row, you can, I think, see the connection to it. It's an experience from a whole lived life. It's very important to me to surprise myself. I don't want to bore myself. That's the last I want to do. My sculptures and my artistic expression have changed a lot during my career. It's always for me very important to don't follow the technique. You know that you have a special technique and so you make sculptures with this technique all your life. For me the technique has to follow the idea. So first is the idea and then I'm looking up the technique. It's very important to think independent of that. I think you have to be master of the technique so you can handle everything free. It's a kind of like a dancer. It should look very easy, even if there's a hard and lifelong experience behind. To live as an artist means for me to have a lot of freedom. You have the luxury of find things, create things. You don't have to explain anybody what you are doing. Just do what you want to do. It means also, of course, in the same time that you are always a little bit outside. You are not in this normal living situation, so you don't belong really to the rest of the world, maybe. And of course, the money is sometimes a bit difficult. But I think it's worth it. It's worth it. I can't think of anything else to be an artist. I find it quite luxury to be able to live in two so different places. You know, one place is Deidesheim. It's in Germany. It's a little town, very lively, full with culture, wine area. 16 years I started a symposium. It was a kind of very spontaneous idea and I just invited colleagues to come to my studio and work with me, exhibit with me. And this has developed the last 16 years to an international, very high standard symposium. For me this means I can learn a lot from the colleagues I invite. I can choose whom I want to have and it helps to don't cook in your own soup all the time. I'm a curious person, so I really want to meet people. Then we are living in Arvika, which is in Sweden. It's a very cozy, little, calm place. And if I'm in Arvika, I live a little bit like a place in a kind of cloister. You know, my studio here is very small, so I go there every day, and it's a kind of meditative, bohemian lifestyle. And this you can see, of course, in my work too. It's very different when I'm working here in Sweden or if I'm working in Germany, in Deidesheim. It was Bob Dylan who said life is not about finding things or finding yourself, it's about creating things, creating yourself. And that's it.